Baseball's All-Star game, the Midsummer Classic, does it still hold the charm it once did? Hey everybody, it's Paulie and welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Major League Baseball. So the Baseball All-Star game, the Midsummer Classic, is upon us. And the question I always have when this game arrives is, does it still have the charm that it once had in the 70s and 80s? And you know, since the advent of interleague play, I think that the game's lost a little bit of its luster. Because there was a time when the All-Star game was the only time besides the World Series when you could see AL and NL players match up. So, for instance, if you wanted to see Jim Rice hit off of Steve Carlton, unless it was the World Series, you had to tune into the All-Star game to see that happen. And that was always a great anticipated event because it was such a rare thing. But now with the advent of interleague play, you're seeing Jose Reyes and CC Sabathia, hey, they're matching up all the time, every year, guaranteed, because these teams play each other every year. So, to me, I think it's lost its charm a little bit. But some of you younger fans out there, I'd be curious to know what you think about it. I'm sure some of you have been watching All-Star games only since the advent of interleague play. And you don't really have the kind of experience that I once had in the late 70s and 80s in seeing these players match up so rarely. It just kind of made things more special. Now, baseball tried to artificially pump this game up starting in 2003 when they decided to put home field advantage for the World Series on the line to the winning league. That was because of the disaster of 2002 where the game ended in a tie, and it was just a public relations nightmare for baseball because I think both teams ran out of pitchers in that game. But you know, putting the World Series home field advantage on the line with this game, to me it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, it's only a one-game difference in the World Series. And a lot of times you see clinching games where the road team is winning in the other team's stadium anyway. Yeah, it's nice to have that Game 7 in your back pocket, in your home park if you need it. But it's not 100% necessary, and I really don't think that the All-Star game is the way to go. I don't think that's what should decide home field. It should be best record. Whichever team in the World Series had the better record, that's the team that should have the home field advantage. There are some good things about the All-Star game as we see it now. For one, they have kind of a fan fest around it, including the Home Run Derby, which is outstanding. I mean, that's one of the best events I think baseball's ever put on, seeing some of the top sluggers in the league. And unlike the NBA Slam Dunk Contest, where the big stars don't really participate in the Slam Dunk, in baseball, in the Home Run Derby, you get the big stars. This year, you're going to see David Ortiz. You're going to see Prince Fielder. You're going to see Jose Bautista and Adrian Gonzalez. You're going to see all these guys, and that just makes for a great atmosphere at the city that hosts the game. This year it'll be Arizona, of course. But again, I'm really curious to hear from a lot of you fans, whether you're young or old. Tell me your thoughts about the All-Star game, some of the memories you have, and if you think that the All-Star game still has the charm that it once held. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.